So they talk about freedom of speech and freedom of the press. There's no freedom of the press. But watch what we do. But the biggest thing we can do, November 3rd. That's the biggest thing we can do. Because I'm not just running against Biden. We're not just running against Joe Biden. We're running against the left-wing media, and we're running against big tech. And they all said, and I've heard this, and I kept hearing about the power of big tech. And they were against us, as you know, 4 years ago. But I won. I said, how can they be powerful? I won. I never did this before, and I won. How the hell are they powerful? But now they've gone totally crazy. They've done things now that they wouldn't even do, and they got caught. And there's great anger in Congress, in the Senate. There's great anger because what they're doing is really bad. You know, we gave them Section 230. It's protection. It protects them from everything. It shields them. So once you do that, the government is giving them something that no other industry has. So they no longer can say, oh, freedom of speech. That's not freedom of speech. They've been given protection, and they've abused that protection. And a lot of people are looking now at big, bad tech. But I did say it. I said, so they're so powerful, how did we win? Well, we won for a lot of reasons. By the way, was that the greatest evening? Was that the greatest? We're going to have an even bigger evening and an even better evening on November 3rd. Despite the fact that they're trying to get forever to count the ballots, you know, the ballots, right? The fake ballots. They're doing everything in their power to protect their chosen candidate, Sleepy Joe, and he is a sleepy guy. I watched last night. Did anybody watch last night? You watched both of them, right? Yeah, but I watched. I just want to see, like, how's he doing? Not well. And remember this, they have nothing but to stand. He's just a vehicle. Let's not kid ourselves. Joe is shot, okay? He's shot. He is a vehicle, and he's got his vice president, who is further left than Crazy Bernie, okay? Kamala. Nobody treated Joe Biden worse than Kamala during the debates, right? Now, she got beat up by other people. She got beat up badly. So badly that her polls dropped, and she went out very angry. And then he picked her. I said, this could be a very good thing. And then Mike Pence did a great job the other night, didn't he?
Exactly.
So I have nothing but disdain for what these people have done, and they have nothing but disdain for your values, and you know that. They flood your communities with criminal aliens, drugs, crime, while living behind gated compounds. They oppose school choice while sending their families to the best private schools. They demonize the police while hiring private security. By the way, take a look at the way Joe Biden lives. You know, he's been in Congress, I guess, for almost 50 years. I say 47, but the 47 is getting a little old now, right? Almost 50 years, and he's got houses, and he lives beautifully. You know, it's okay if you work and you get out beautiful, but this guy's been a politician. A little strange, isn't it, huh? A little strange. They say he lives very well. They attack the Second Amendment while employing armed guards. They come against you with the guns. They want to take your guns away. You know,
Look like an
if I'm
old
not here, I'm the
ex-girlfriend of
only
mine
thing
right there.
standing between you and your Second Amendment. That I can tell you. They support crippling lockdowns while their jobs remain totally exempt from being locked down. How about your governor in Michigan? She has that place locked down. We just won the court case, though. No, the court's just ruled it unconstitutional what she's done. The only one that was allowed to enjoy himself happened to be her husband, right? He was going to go boating and have a good time while everyone else was locked down.
Michigan
Who
governor.
the hell caught him? That was a great thing, right? You know, and then we caught some people doing whatever. We'll find out what that was all about. And then she said it was my fault. It was my people that caught them. It was Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. Can it ever be like Rick Gates' fault? I mean, it's always Trump's fault, Rick. By the way, how did the governor do? Did he get up and make a great speech? Good governor. Good guy, too, right over here. A lot of good people here. It's time we send a message to these shameless, wealthy, liberal hypocrites in Washington, D.C. and Silicon Valley. Do you see that Silicon Valley and these guys are 99% behind the Democrats, okay? What's that all about? What's that all about? The 99, not even 90, I'd like to say 90, right? 99. Well, one of the reasons I don't call them, and I don't need their money, and I don't want their money, you know, that helps. It really helps. Let me tell you, if I call them and say, do me a favor, send money, every one of them would send money. I don't like making those calls. Because when you make those calls, it's hard to say no. Just on a human basis, it's very hard to say no. They call and they ask for a little thing like how to make an extra $5 billion. I don't make those calls. You know, you read where they have a lot of money flowing in. That's because everyone's calling everybody. We're going to win, and when we win, this is this, and this is... That's why they raise money. I could raise much more money. President, every call I make, every single guy, even if they hated me, they'd all contribute. But, Rick, you understand that I don't want to make those calls. I don't want to make those calls, right? Huh? Yeah, I know. Where is Rick? He's here. Where is Rick? Where is Rick? Oh, you're there. Good. So I just want to thank everybody, and we do have some special people. Matt, stand up. Come here. I want to just tell something. This guy, Matt Gaetz. So
Matt Gaetz.
Matt's been another one of our stars. We're going to introduce some of our congressmen and women later, but he's done some special job. How are we doing in Florida, Matt? Good? So, you know, the polls came out today, and they're very good. They don't report them. They don't report them. They do report them if they were bad, but we're not going to have any bad. We're going to have a big day. Make sure you work very hard, man, and I'll see you in a second. On Election Day, you can send a message that the fake news media and the big tech censors, because that's what they are, the big censors, and we're going to send them back. We're going to clean out the Washington swamp. I never knew it was this deep, but we're cleaning out the Washington swamp. We're going to show them the American people are in charge by delivering Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, a thundering defeat like they haven't seen before. Like they haven't seen before. If I don't sound like a typical Washington politician, it's because I'm not a politician, sorry. And if I don't always play by the rules of the Washington establishment, it's because I was elected to fight for you harder than anyone has ever fought before.
Looks just like my ex-girlfriend right there.
This is the most important
I'm gonna have to call her up.
in the history of our country.
Loretta.
I used to say it all the time. I'd say, well, this is important, but the last... And I'm sort of like debating which is more important. Which is more important? Rick Grinnell, tell me which is more important, Rick. Rick Grinnell, by the way, has done a great job. You know who he is? You know him? What a great job he's done. He's coming with us, I'll tell you that. But nobody's done the job that we've done. Nobody's done the job that we've done, and we've done it with all that opposition. Biden has made a corrupt bargain exchange for his party's nomination, and he shouldn't have the nomination. I said this before. Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, should have gracefully, she was defeated. She shouldn't have stayed Super Tuesday. If she didn't stay if she would have left, she didn't even have to endorse anybody. If she would have left, Crazy Bernie, 100% would have gotten, because he would have gotten most of her votes. He only needed a few. It was really amazing. And he would have had, this guy is the greatest loser of all time. There's no better loser. He's so nice about it. It happened to him twice now, right? So she stayed, Biden got it, so we have a little bigger base, but he's got a base with zero enthusiasm. Zero. The only enthusiasm they have is to beat us. And you know what? It's called negative enthusiasm. Typically, it never wins. We'll find out. It better not win, okay? It better not win, Matt. Biden has handed control to the socialists, Marxists, and far-left lunatics. If he wins, the radical left will be running this country. And they're addicted to power and same country again. We never will.
It's game
We never
over.
will. You know, I used to talk about
Be game
Venezuela.
over.
Boy, that is an amazing amount of people back there. That's an amazing amount of people. Turn the camera. Can you show the group of people? That is unbelievable. That goes back a long way. That's unbelievable. Thank you. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. I wish we had the cameras pushed back further. I wish the cameras were in the back. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is Loretta shot in 4 more years? That might be her, for all I know.
Just say 12 more years, right?
Yeah, they took 4 away from you, President. You're at least owed 4 more, plus 4, 8.
Expand every last trace of traditional values and replace the American dream with the socialist.
Loretta's energetic.
You take a look at what's happening.
That might be
in some of
her.
these countries, and look at Venezuela. 18 years ago, 17 years ago, it's one of the richest.
Little firecracker.
Incredible, tremendous wealth, tremendous natural resources. Now they don't have water, they don't have food, they don't have medicine. We get them whatever we can. But we're working hard. Watch what happens with Venezuela. Watch what happens with Cuba. Watch what happens with plenty of places that are in trouble. Because we have to do that. We have to take care of people. But look at what's happened to Venezuela. And don't kid yourself. I used to say, well, that could never happen. When you look at the ideology that we're talking about now, it's the exact same ideology. It's the exact same ideology. But it's never going to happen to us. Because we're going to have a big victory over the next 18 days.
Yes, sir.
Turn America into a communist country or a socialist country. You know, it didn't used to be I'd use the word communist, but now we talk about our country will never be a socialist nation. And now we have to say a socialist or a communist nation because that's the next step. We're not going to let it happen and ruin the lives of Hispanic Americans and all Americans. We're not letting it happen. We're going to have a big victory. And that'll be the end of it. Because you know what? One more defeat and they're going to accept it. You know, I talk about unity. Somebody asked me a question recently about unity. When do you think the country will come together? It was coming together. I was getting calls from politicians that nobody would have thought on the other side. And they were saying, I think it's time. I think it's time. We had the greatest employment numbers in history. We're up to 160 million people. We had the greatest numbers, Hispanic American, African American, Asian American, women. We had the greatest.
It's in there finding ballots in the trash.
With a diploma from high school,
on the scroll.
High school diploma, with a PhD from MIT. Every single group was having the best numbers. We had the greatest economic recovery. We had the greatest economy in the history of the world. And then we got hit by the plague from China. But I'll tell you, and then we
Could have been Pelosi and Hillary Clinton.
And we're rebuilding at a level that nobody can even believe.
They were in cahoots with the Chinese government.
And I told the person, I said, the thing that's going to bring our
I saw it on the Sid Roth show.
And it was happening. And until that artificial, horrible situation came in, it was happening. It was happening like never before. And had that not happened, you would have seen great unity. And by the way, the last administration had no unity. Look at St. Louis. Look at Henderson. Look at Ferguson. Look at all of the different. Look at Oakland. Look at Baltimore. Look at the things that were happening. People forget. It was a mess. It was a total mess. And then you look at H1N1.
Exactly.
That Biden always calls N1H1. I said, no, Joe. Don't do it, Joe. He always can't do it. He can't do it. Did you see last night he had to take out the piece of paper? 200 billion. It's not that big a deal to 200. Let's see. I'm not allowed to take out paper. Right? Am I allowed to take out or start reading up there? Pretty amazing, huh? Pretty amazing. He rips out that paper. You know why he does that? Because it's not working quite too well. Joe Biden and the Democrat socialists Well, keep your jobs, dismantle your police departments, dissolve your borders. By the way, our border now is the strongest it's ever been, 400 miles of wall. And Mexico is paying for the wall, by the way. They like to say Mexico is that, you know, we get the wall, we're up to almost 400 million. It's almost complete. It'll be complete very soon. And really, that's why we have such good numbers now, the wall. You know, they used to say, we don't want a wall, we want drones. Oh, that's great. You can watch people pour into our country. Right? But we got the wall done. And I'll tell you, and Matt and these guys, they really helped a lot. They were warriors.
I gotta cut this,
That was not easy.
I gotta upload this, cut it short.
And Ron, that's right, we forgot.